Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we are going to be tier ranking all of the NHL team's best player and putting them in the category they belong in because we are in the middle of the offseason and there's nothing to talk about. So let's have some fun with some tier list and let me give my opinion so you all can yell at me and how stupid this guy is. So let's do it right now. Starting off with one of my favorites, Sebastian Aho, Seabass. I'm going to have to put him easily in the pretty good category. The guy is just he's not a game changer. He doesn't take over series. He doesn't take over playoffs. He's not series and playoffs, same thing. But he's missing that key, right? He's great all over the ice. He's great two-way. He's a point-per-game player this season. I think he'll continue to be. But he's not a huge goal scorer. He's not a huge points maker. He doesn't take over games. He's not like a lethal threat on the ice. But he's got almost all the categories great and patted down, right? And also, Hurricanes, is Aho the best player on the team? That I don't know. Is Jacob Slavin? I don't know. It depends. If you're the best defensive defenseman in the world, I would say you might rank a little bit better than Sebastian Aho. Next up, the Kings just signed Ryan. Nick Suzuki. He's definitely in one of these two. I don't think he can be I don't think he's honestly quite a superstar yet. I don't think he is. I think his team needs to do something. I know they made the playoffs, the finals the one year, but I think for him to be pretty good, he had to have shined in that Capital Series. I don't think he really did. But he is obviously really damn good. So I'm going to put him in that same tier as Aho. I think that kind of fits. Nick Suzuki, pretty good player. I mean, he's great two-way. A little bit overrated in my opinion, but definitely still a spot-on good player. So Suzuki, I'm going to put him there. Macklin Celebrini. Now here's the thing. I think he might get into this category. Currently, he isn't even in this category. He's a rookie. He doesn't win the Calder even. In fact, this guy's teammate did. And to me, it is kind of crazy that he is the best. He's a mid, but it is crazy that, he's a 50-point kind of guy right now. He's a rookie. He's great in all categories, but I'm not going to say he's I'm going to put him in mid. I'm going to put him in mid right now. That might be a little bit lowball on him. He might deserve to be in this category, but I think for the sake of this whole thing, I'm going to put him in mid. Tim Stützle, I don't know. Is he better than Nick Suzuki and Sebastian Aho? If I was the Canes, would I rather have Stützle for Aho? If the Senators offered me that, I think I'm taking it. I'm gonna put Tim Stützle in the superstar category. I don't think that's going to be a very popular opinion, but I just think he's got a really great game, and I like him. I think he's good. Okay, and then obviously we can just speed run this one. Sidney Crosby. This is easy. Him and Austin Matthews. I'm going to put in the Hall of Fame category. Sidney Crosby, it speaks for himself. I don't have to whatever jerk him off for you to understand. He is obvious. If anyone put him anywhere below this or even over here or something, no, that's crazy. He is easily the most Hall of Fame worthy, including this guy, but he's not up yet. But Crosby speaks for himself. Matthews, if you were going to be the greatest goal scorer of the generation, which is how you win hockey games, if you were the best at what wins games, you are a Hall of Fame talent. He is going to be in the top 5, I think, at least, of goal scoring. I don't think he'll be able to make it with injuries and stuff to make it past Ovechkin. I know a lot of people obviously think that for some reason. Not for some reason. I understand why, but I think they're wrong. But Matthews, if you're going to be that, he is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he retires in forever. But yeah, Hall of Fame easily. Kyle Connor, I think he's a pretty good. I'm going to put him maybe above both of them. But the thing about Kyle Connor, and this might be weird because Stützle's above him, but Connor is all offense with no defense. Where, Aho is, all over the ice good, all around him good. He's missing that, that over-the-top part. He's not over-the-top good at defense. He's not over-the-top at producing offense or scoring goals. He's not a particularly lethal player in any category, but he's great all around. And that evens him out to me to Connor, who is basically a ghost with his pale skin in the defensive zone, in the defensive side of the game. But he's all offense. But he's not like a Rocket Richard offense. He's not going to win a Rocket. He's not an over-the-top, amazing goal. I mean, he's a great goal scorer. But he isn't like that game-changing goal scorer that put him into this tier, and I just think for those reasons he's going to be pretty good to me. Leo Carlsson, it's like he's on the same footing as Celebrini, but maybe even lower. I mean, to be honest, I know I'm not... AHL is a joke, obviously, because I don't think Carlsson should be in the AHL, but if he is crazy to be the best player on an NHL team. So to me, that's... he's phenomenal. I think he could break out and do some crazy things this upcoming year, but best player on your team, the Ducks, Leo Carlsson, not even above, I don't even think above 60 points. No. Jack Eichel, he does have a cup. He does have a 100-point season below his belt. But he has had a lot of years with the Sabres that don't help his career or his legacy. He has only had that one 100-point season, and this is his big contract year this season coming up. So he's going to be playing hard as hell to be making as much money as he can, especially with the cap exploding. So to me, I don't think he has quite the resume yet to be Hall of Fame. I think he will, but I think this is the year that really makes or breaks it for me. But I think he's definitely like the top of the superstar category, which is kind of crazy because he could be up here. But we're going to keep it the way it is right now because I'm silly. Lucas Raymond. Is he above Suzuki and Aho? Maybe. I mean, he's in this... They're all in the same tier. To me, they're all equal if they're in the same category. Like, Raymond, though, he is a superb player. He's lethal. But to me, he isn't... He's once again got just that one... He's great, but he isn't take over... Well, Stützle at the same time... Yeah, that might... Okay. Stützle's going to get demoted, but he's going to be, like, above Aho. I think Raymond... Like, these 4 or 5 guys right here, they all are in that same category, I think. I think... Like, all of them have great strengths, but have big weaknesses that hold them back a little bit. And Raymond, I think, will get to here. He's still so young. But I think right now he's a good in this tier. He is the Devils' best player they've ever had. I think once the Devils, as a unit, as an organization, come together, but with his health injuries and with his lack of any kind of success so far, and only getting to 99 points in a season... He is a superstar to me. He is a superstar, and that's kind of where I feel like he's kind of along the lines of Stützle, but I think for you know what? I'm going to hang on to... I'm going to stand my fucking ground with Stützle, and I'm going to keep him in that superstar tier. McDavid, easy. Like, that's easy, obviously. Once again, it's like Crosby, like Matthews. He's the greatest player of our current generation. He's the greatest player to never win a cup, in my opinion, so far. And he's not even done with his career yet. So to me, Hall of Fame, 100%, not even hard. Kucherov, one of the best Russians of all time. Underrated, I think, which is insane. The dude is a Hart winner, Ross winner. The dude is unreal, leading the way to Stanley Cups. He is so good. Somehow underrated, in my opinion. I know, and that might be crazy. Everyone knows what he's accomplished, but people act like him and the Lightning, like, during their whole reign of terror, like they were, like, side pieces. No one gave him, a lick of attention, and I get that's because media reasons, but to me, Kucherov, like, he is above these guys. Maybe not right now. Well, no, even in his career, he carried the Lightning to a series. Yeah, no, Kucherov, easily Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, and it'll be a kind of crazy thing when people do, and people will be like, oh, really? That guy beat him out? But no, Kucherov, legitimately Hall of Fame talent, without a question. Mikko Rantanen. On the Dallas Stars. Is Rantanen the best player on the Dallas Stars? Maybe. He was definitely the best player of the playoffs for the Dallas Stars. To me, he's a superstar. He's not a Hall of Fame. He's in this tier. Kind of point-blank obvious. Ovi, Hall of Fame, yeah. I mean, maybe when it comes to, like, being the best player right now... Well, he still got freaking... He would have gotten 50 goals this season if he wasn't injured. Yeah, no, but obviously Hall of Fame talent. He is unreal. Maybe not in his current heyday, like Crosby, but no, these guys, top of the food chain, and then the rest of them. Well, if we're going to tier them in the categories, might as well go like that. Well, we'll worry about that later. Quinn Hughes of Vancouver Canucks. Quinn Hughes, I know there's a lot of people that think he is above Cale Makar. Makar is the greatest defenseman of the generation. Quinn Hughes is the second best defenseman, but he is weak in defense where Makar makes up for it. Is Hughes a Hall of Fame? Is he well, he is. He's a Norris. He's a Norris guy. And he's going to be for forward, but he's got those injury issues. And his team hasn't really done anything. To me, he's along the lines of Jack Hughes and Jack Eichel, I feel like. Eichel is the one that, like, definitely could make the jump up here. But to me, it's like, these four guys, it's the same thing. Like, they have had success and have won some awards, but it isn't all on them. Like, Rantanen won it with Colorado, but he was definitely not the sole purpose they won. Like, Hughes has won the Norris, but Vancouver hasn't done a whole lot, and he has weaknesses in his game. Jack Hughes, weaknesses in his game. Kind of actually very good defensively, but he's injured a lot and hasn't done a whole lot for the Devils, especially in injuries. He was gone for this whole playoff run. So, I feel like Hughes and these guys all fall in that same tier. Stützle's the one that's a little bit wonky. I'm going to put him at the end, but I'm going to stick my ground with him. Roman Josi. Guy, extremely, extremely snake-bitten when it comes to winning awards. The dude has been, like, the runner-up in points and stuff in multiple years of guys winning the cup winning the Norris, like Brent Burns for having the most points in Cale Makar. The dude is legendarily, like, underrated as well. Like, his point production, unreal. He doesn't have that giant size like a Victor Hedman does, and that super amazing defensive ability. So to me, it's so hard because he didn't win the cup with the Preds, and things are going to only go down for that team. So things are even going to get worse for his situation. So to me, he's a superstar. Yeah, he's a superstar though. He's in this tier. He is in this tier. I'm going to say Rasmus Dahlin. Once again, it's tough because he's on Buffalo. He's on Buffalo. He is awesome, though. But I'm going to... Yeah, I only placed him there just because, but yeah, no, that is the right spot for him. Pretty good category. Connor Bedard, this is the spot where he belongs in. He is not become the superstar that he could be, but he has absolutely zero zilch, no help with anything whatsoever on this team that gets pounded and dogged every single night he plays with zero goaltending ability, with no defense to back him up to help him play a game, with no offensive coverage whatsoever to help him produce anything whatsoever. Connor Bedard is a phenomenal player in a worse and hellish situation. To me, Bedard... and he's not up here yet, so to me, he is in a, you're really the best, like, really? David Pastrnak, you're your top 10 player in the NHL. Is he a Hall of Famer? Probably not, but I think he's definitely in this tier with Jack Eichel. Rocket Richard winner, tied with Alex Ovechkin that one season. Yeah, I think if he went to another... I think one day... the thing that sucks is that it depends, because he's locked in with the Bruins. The Bruins are going to have a tough few years ahead of him. Couple years, not few. But he's a phenomenal talent. So I think he's a good, solid superstar. I don't think he's in this tier of these guys. Okay, these two top guys here, maybe even the Hugheses, could all go up here, but they're not there yet. Something's got to push them over the line. Barzal, his offensive production has never been phenomenal, even though he has such skill, but it's Lou Lamoriello and the weird coaching and the weird everything with the Islanders that hold him back. Honestly, I used to be the biggest fan of him. Every NHL I would ever get, I would immediately trade for him because I wanted him on my squad. But to me, I've soured on him, and for those reasons, I'm putting him in that category. Alexander Barkov, One of the greatest Finns of all time. If you're going to be one of the best players from a country ever and be the first Finnish captain and win back-to-back Stanley Cups and be one of the greatest two-way forwards in the NHL ever, Hall of Fame. Just plain simple. Adrian Kempe. Once again, supremely underrated player. Is he a superstar, though? Maybe. But I think he is in this category with these guys. So I'm going to put him in here. Kirill Kaprizov. He is awesome. Is he a Barkov? No. Is he a Kucherov? Is he a Matthews? No. McDavid? No. Is he a top player in the NHL with Jack Eichel and stuff? Yes. So superstar. Alex Werenski. He's pretty damn good. He almost single-handedly lifted them to the playoffs. But at the same time, his whole career overall, he's pretty, he is the type of player that is pretty good, right? He is very good. This year, he is phenomenal, and recency bias wants me to put him in this tier. But to me, he's a pretty good player. If he continues, bumped up to here. But for now, he's there. Clayton Keller, thing is that he isn't that number one option. He isn't truly that really, really, really phenomenal player that can sing. Well, he had that great stretch that one time. So, for those reasons, I'm going to put him in here. Vince Dunn, great defenseman, and I think underrated as well, but not super underrated. He is a pretty good player. Adam Fox, a few years ago, he is here. Maybe a year after a few years ago, he's here. But I'll be honest, last season he had 61 points, I think, for being a strictly offensive forward, and now recency bias playing into the mix. Would I take Vince Dunn over him and Rasmus Dahlin? I think I would at this point. I honestly think I would, and I'm going to put him in the U to best category. Robert Thomas. Now, Robert Thomas, once again, recency bias is playing into it. Recently, he was one of the most dominant players in the NHL. But overall in his career, he's a great player, but he hasn't accomplished very much other than winning that cup, but he was a young rookie. Definitely has the potential. Well, I mean, he is kind of in that Adrian Kempe, Tim Raymond category, isn't he? Okay, yeah, you go in there. Adam Fox in U to best is kind of insane, but whatever. Travis Konechny, I love Konechny's game. But at the same time, he's kind of that, if he was on a different team, do things change? Does he get pushed down the lineup if he isn't having to be the number one guy, the first liner on Philly? If he was on the Edmonton Oilers, right? Well, actually, that would really work. Fuck it. He's going in the U to best category. And this man right here, is that Mackenzie Weegar? On Calgary? Really? No, that's not him. Is it? Who is that? Well, I mean, I'm going to put him there. I think it's not Weegar, is it? It's not Backlund. I know it's not Backlund. It's not Coronado. It's not Sharon Govich. Kadri's the best player and Wolf is the best player on Calgary. I don't know who this is. So I'm going to put him in there. If that is Weegar, I mean, maybe here, but I don't know. I don't know who it is. So I'm going to put him like that. And yeah, I think that's the list. I think Stützle, Stützle somehow making it in here I don't think is too insane. I think this is a pretty damn good lineup. I think Alex Werenski maybe should get booped up. Maybe Connor as well could get booped up a little bit. If these two get up here, I think that could work. I think this looks good. If anyone here could get knocked down, maybe it's Dunn, and maybe from here. Fuck it for the Bedard rage bait. And you know what? For him being him, I'm gonna put him down there. Kaprizov is so hard. He could get knocked up, and so could Jack Eichel. No, I'm keeping him here. Pasternak, the same thing. He could get here, but I'm going to keep him here. So, yeah, I think that is the lineup. I'm going to put Stützle up there. So, there is my tier list of who I think is the rankings of the best players every NHL team has to offer. So, that is the list. So, tell me what you think of it down below. I think this is easily the perfect tier list that could possibly have been made. Yeah, so that is my opinion. Tell me how stupid I am down below. And that is all I gotta say. So, thank you for watching this. You've made it this far. I beg you to subscribe. Until next time, too sweet. Have an amazing day. And ta-ta for now.